We are live at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. And today, the Seminole tribe of Florida and the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Hollywood is welcoming a new era in Florida gaming with the launch of live craps and roulette and sports betting. And in fact, if you look, Crowder, right across from us, those are live betting windows right there. It takes a second to take it all in because we're in Florida. I'm going to tell this story. So when I first moved down to Florida in 1987, I've always enjoyed gambling. When I first came down here, and I don't know if you recall this or it even existed but they had Lightning Bingo. And I think they call it the Seminole Classic now. And it's a smoke-free casino and whatever. But there used to be just a place here where they had Lightning Bingo, which was for gamblers. You know, bingo kind of goes slowly. B27 and 60. That's too slow for gamblers. And so the Seminoles used to have Lightning Bingo. You would buy bingo cards, as many as you want, and you'd sit in this smoky room. And it was, when I say Lightning Bingo, B11, I21, and you'd have winners every 3 minutes. And you're just playing fun. Bingo, but that was the way to gamble. And if you wanted table games, casino gambling, you had to go on a cruise to nowhere. I don't know if you remember those, but you could sail into international waters. There was Sun Cruise Casino. There was the Palm Beach Princess. There were all these different ones. So the Hard Rocks had blackjack and some table games for a while, but today begins craps and roulette and sports gambling, and it is a banner day for gamblers.
It's about to get busy on, what's that?
Yes.
441?
441 here, and was it just south of Griffin?
It's about to get busy.
So we're in the place that we're situated is the entrance to Hard Rock Live. If you've been to the Hard Rock and you go see a show, like Bruno Mars will be playing here tonight in Hard Rock Live and tomorrow night as well. But we are situated in the walkway at Hard Rock Live. And then we can see right across from us, there are sports betting, live wager taking people. There are kiosks everywhere, which, you can put in your sports bet. And we're going to do that today. I'll get to that later on. And then right on the other side of us is the Hard Rock Sports Bar, which is now a sports book. That place is beautiful as a sports bar. But now if you walk right over there, there's the huge displays of all the lines, just like you get in Vegas. And it's wild to me, being a gambler and having lived in Florida for so long, today to have at the Hard Rock, not just craps and roulette, but to have sports gambling where you can look at the live lines board and you can walk over to an actual person who will take your sports wager or go to the kiosk and put a bet in. It's something special, and I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
I ride up to the valet. The guy looks at me, and he says, I knew you'd be here. I don't know if that's a good sign or bad sign, but, man, I am excited about this. And, yes, those are those, what's that, about 8 of them lined up?
Yep.
And I asked the person in front of me, you know what you betting already? Because I always wait to the last second.
It is pretty cool. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about today, obviously, with the launch of major gambling here at the Hard Rock. There's a lot going on in the world of sports as well. Tua Tagovailoa, he spoke with the media today. And I think I read something that Mike McDaniel is continuing to slow play Javon Holland. I think I read that. Did you see that, Solana? Solana's out here with us as well because he enjoys a little gaming action himself. Did you see that? I saw something about, I can't remember who it was. There were 2 players, I guess they asked Mike McDaniel about, but Javon was one of them. And the answer was something along the lines of, I'm not going to mortgage our future for, a game against Tennessee. I don't think he said it exactly that way, but.
Yeah, so I have the Joe Schad tweeted out about Robert Hunt and Javon Holland. They're working through stuff day to day on Hunt. And on Javon, he's one of the best safeties in the NFL. We have depth. We'll do right by him. He's eager, but also wise.
All right. So that kind of telling you.
It's smart, too. And the best thing in there, we have depth. Because if you have a dud behind Javon, you can't sit him out 2-3 weeks and try to miss the AFC first round. What is it? Number 1 seed, sorry. But yeah, they do. They can. The guys behind them can play. Just like we did okay without Ramsey. He's not Ramsey, Cater Cohu and those guys, but they're serviceable guys. Javon Holland is one of the best safeties in the NFL. Our defense doesn't fall that much into a ditch if he's not playing.
And you can take that approach again when you're playing Will Levis.
Oh yeah.
And the Titans.
This was Dallas, Ravens.
Everyone. That's all hands on deck.
How those knees, big guy?
That's right. Because you're playing.
Yes. How those knees.
Mike McDaniel can say what he wants to say, Crowder. And I happen to love Brandon Jones. But what's the one play you remember from Javon being out last week that Brandon Jones had? The one play that Brandon Jones had.
I remember the win.
I remember the win as well. I mean,
he took out your own linebacker is what he did.
I mean,
touchdown saving tackle, but he hurt. That's the only play you remember from him. So
wow.
I'm just saying, I like Brandon Jones. I think he is serviceable, but you want your starting safety, highest rated safety in Pro Football Focus coming into this week.
No.
You want him, yes.
No, you want him against Dallas and Baltimore and Buffalo and for the playoffs. You can get Pat. You're a 13.5-point favorite. And if the line has changed, I'll let you know. I'll walk right over there and look at the big board. But you're a 13.5-point favorite. Like you absolutely have the luxury of being cautious.
Hey, Solana, don't. I'm watching Hard Knocks too. Don't get caught up when the coach says in front of the cameras, "Hey, this is just another game." They know when games mean more than those other games. They know when teams can play and teams can't play. Hard Knocks last night, I was watching it.
Yeah.
From what was that?
Tuesday night.
So I was watching that one last night. They go into the Commanders game, and they're saying, all these guys are ballers. He's a baller. He's a baller. They're going to take shots. No, they're not. They're going to get held to 10 points, and you're going to beat them by 30.
Right.
But you can't say that in a Monday meeting.
Didn't you say Mike McDaniel said, you were telling me off the air that Mike McDaniel said today something like Will Levis is capable of making any pass that he wants?
The exact quote, Will Levis is capable of making every throw, according to Mike McDaniel.
We talked about J.P. Lossman this week. We used to hear that about J.P. Lossman.
Right.
This guy has a cannon.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're at Hard Rock, and we have a loaded potato for you on today's program as we celebrate the launch, the new era in Florida gaming, live craps, roulette, sports betting. It is a hub of activity here. It feels good. It feels exciting. Let's get headlines to start out the show with Alejandro Solana.
I'm walking out of here with a sore shoulder. I'm going to need Tommy John.
I hope you're walking out of here with a $4,000 suit. I hope you're walking out of here having taken them for all they have.
Can I get your location drop on my phone? Because I'm no passing the hell out of you tonight. I am going to no pass you until the sun comes up.
Take me straight to Brad in Hialeah
right.
after tonight, baby.
All right. Get those
surgery.
gums done.
The sports update, it's driven by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford. We know trucks. I'll fight you, bro. No pass me. We're throwing hands.
I'm going to double your bet and no pass you.
So before I get to some other big news in South Florida, 3 big games last night, 3 big wins as well. Heat beat the Raptors 112-103. Back in action tomorrow against the Cavs. The Panthers in a shootout beat the Stars 5-4 at Amerant Bank Arena. They'll be there again tomorrow. They host the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Pittsburgh.
And Canes Hoops.
Is that a word you're unable to say?
You said Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, okay.
Just a little callback.
I got you. I thought you said it.
This is like 2 days ago.
I
should have gone with it.
No, that was a good move. I would have done that. That's a good troll job. Other than the fact that I thought you had said it,
no.
not me. I just kind of in my head assign all mistakes to Solana, whether they're mine or not. I just kind of assign them in my head to him.
All right, Kid Clat. Settle down.
You had one yesterday, and I can't think of it, and I wish I could.
Oh, he was on one yesterday.
Jimmy, do you know? Jimmy, you got to know.
It had to do with a bunch of crunch.
Oh, that was it. Nice job, Jimmy. Bunch of crunch. Yeah.
Go to hell, Jimmy. Canes Hoops.
I'll see you there.
Out
Jimmy's wearing like a gambling shirt.
Yeah.
Jimmy, are you? I mean, you're in the studio with Dan Day. But is that like? I would imagine that's your gambling shirt.
Yeah, of course.
What are you laughing at?
He has notes
I
from
have
yesterday.
show
From
notes,
yesterday?
and I have a bunch of cunts on there. But the only other things is Peach Melba. Teams very similar, and Senator Predators fight. What kind of notes do I take?
That's great. I was laughing. I called Barry, the ticket wizard, driving home yesterday, saying Peach Melba was great reference. He's like, everyone loves a Peach Melba.
4-hour show, and these are my notes.
Peach Melba. No, Jimmy, is that a gambling shirt? Like, is that your lucky shirt?
Yeah, this is a shirt I wear if I ever go to the Hard Rock or
Yeah,
anywhere
yeah.
else.
I could tell by looking at it. It looks very nice on you.
Thank you.
Got the hamburger meat out as well.
Yeah, he's looking good.
No button. Yeah.
One more button, Jimmy.
Canes hoops 97-49 over LIU. They improved to 7-1. They host Colorado.
I
on
see
Sunday.
that guy, and I know people listening on the radio can't see the video feed that we're seeing, but maybe later on YouTube. I see that guy, Jimmy, at a craps table. I mean, the mortgage on the don't. Look, I mean, the mortgage on the don't. Run.
Yeah, yelling weird stuff.
The buttons keep getting buttoned on for more down his belly.
Belly buttons out. What?
The big Dolphins news today is that Austin Jackson agreed to a 3-year, $36 million extension, max value $39 million. It includes $20.7 million guaranteed. So here's where we went with Austin Jackson. Declined his 5th-year option this past offseason. He played just 2 games in 2022. He was a certified bust until this season, truthfully.
Isn't it the funniest thing? I was thinking of it when they announced it and it started to go on social media that they had done that. I think Dolphins fans were thrilled. I was.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, what a turn of events. If I said to you, Austin Jackson just got extended for 3 seasons at $36 million, you'd be like, what?
Yep.
But now, like, he's a solid player.
It's called coaching.
Yeah, maybe.
Butch, I had to look it up. I don't know this man. I couldn't just pull this out. His name's Butch Berry. He's the O-line coach and a competent offense that gets the ball out in 2.5 seconds. Because with the extension, have y'all seen some of the videos of his highlights?
Mm-mm.
He is tearing people's tails
Is
up.
he?
He's slanging guys to the ground. He's taking 2 people with one hand. Like,
Good for him.
it's crazy what a good coach can do.
Good for him.
Yeah, Butch Berry is crazy. I just saw Connor Williams is the highest graded center in Pro Football Focus
Wow.
right now as well. I think we put a little too much stock into PFF. Like
100%. It's the only grading service I know, though.
Yeah.
It's why. Like, if there were myriad grading services, maybe we wouldn't put so much stock in it. But I don't like if I don't look at Pro Football Focus grades, then I pretty much have to go with Chris Perkins, stock up, stock down.
All other positions you have stats on.
Right,
He can't be that good. No interceptions.
Right,
He can't.
right.
He's great. He's number 3 in the league in receptions.
They create stats for every position
Yeah.
and then grade it. So
and O-lineman, he's big.
yeah,
Honestly, without PFF and all that, well, just PFF, you hate an offensive lineman if he's talked about too much.
correct. The only way that you ever know about the offensive lineman, no one's ever saying they're doing a great job. So it's always there a turnstile because I keep seeing this guy run past him and murder my quarterback.
Was it Vernon Carey, I think, told me only way we can judge ourselves is off our contracts.
Yeah.
Because nobody else cares unless you start messing
Yeah.
up.
or if they throw a dumbbell at somebody in a gym, like Richie Incognito, or accused of bullying
Right.
as well.
Oh, Incognito was a monster
Yeah. You
on
did-
and off the field.
You did hear about him. You're right. There was conversation about him.
And then the other big story today.
That was in Boca, by the way, where he threw the dumbbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You work out there?
Yeah, same place.
Hey, what,
Richie, spot me.
what up, Rich?
Duke is finalizing a deal with Manny Diaz
Yeah.
to become their next head coach.
I have to tell you, I'm thrilled for him. I liked Manny Diaz, and he was always very good to our show.
Yes.
Very forthcoming with his time. I made the case a few weeks ago when we were talking about Mario Cristobal. And again, I love Mario. I love anything to do with UM nostalgia. You know how I feel about that. And Mario is going to be here a long time. Don't fool yourself. Like, he's going to be here a long time. But I did make the case 3-4 weeks ago. Things were headed in the right direction with Manny. If Mario had not come available, I don't think Manny would have been gone after 3 seasons. So I hope he does well. I saw, where's he at now?
Penn State.
Penn State.
Yeah,
I saw,
defensive coordinator.
I saw Penn State fans saying, gotta pony up to the table and keep him. Like I was looking at the social media response from Penn State fans. Like they don't want to lose him, but it looks like they're going to lose him to Duke.
Hopefully he learned that head coaching stuff. Because, like you said, we liked him, but can you say he's a good head coach?
I think he was a better on-field head coach than Mario has been in the last 2 years. Now, I think Mario's been a better recruiter.
Yeah.
I think Mario has brought big name athletics and cachet more than just the U itself, because Manny Diaz was on the boat and he was recruiting, but I think Mario has brought a different cachet to it. But I thought Manny was fine on field.
And is Duke a football, like, I guess college? Like, is the demand is the magnifying glass on him like at UM?
Not at all.
I think that'll be a better situation.
It'll be a great situation for him. Absolutely.
It's why he was going to Temple, right? Like that was probably the proper stepping stone for him in terms of like progression of his career.
Correct. He was going to be a head coach at a smaller school that wasn't going to have massive pressure. And then the UM job became available because Mark Richt.
You got to crawl before you walk. He got thrown on the 100-meter track at the Olympics at UM.
Yep.
Yeah, bring back Manny Diaz. I mean, FIU beat him. I want him at the U as long as possible. Your weather from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm. YourAccidentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7, 866-954-MORE. Did I mention John Rahm?
No.
I didn't bring
This
that
is
up.
Huge.
Sorry, there's just like story after story. John Rahm is leaving the PGA Tour. This is Masters champ John Rahm leaving the PGA Tour for Live Golf. The deal is believed to be more than 3 years, worth $300 million plus ownership stake in a new Live team.
Amazing. Someone else said this, and I wasn't certain when you said it. I thought maybe I missed something last night. You said the Panthers won in a shootout, and somebody texted in, they won in regulation.
I use shootout poorly because there's a literal shootout.
Oh, okay. Because I was a little confused. You're just saying it was a shootout.
No, that person's right.
Yeah.
It wasn't in a shootout. It didn't go to overtime. I meant it. That was stupid.
I got you. Okay. Because I was like, because I didn't see it last night because I was at the Boca Raton Christmas parade. It was so cold out last night. I had to go get a soup afterwards. I had to go get a wonton soup at Lemongrass because we had done 4 hours in the hockey arena. I was cold. Then the parade was cold. But a couple things from the Boca Christmas parade. St. Thomas Aquinas marching band was there. I sent some video to Twan. And they had a big float for the Boca Raton Bowl. So they had that big orange, the Syracuse orange. And USF, the Bulls. It's Syracuse and USF. I sent it to Rondé, and I sent it to Appel, a USF grad. I mean, a little college football bowl action going down Federal Highway in Boca.
Turn on the TV, see it was 4-4, I think, or 5-4 at the time, right at the end. And I said, that damn Rob Mazzola killed it.
He did. He said, take the over.
He was like, I know they have good defensive teams, but they're going to go at it.
And, I didn't bet the over because on the Hard Rock app, it was 6.5. And I specifically said to Rob yesterday, would you do it at 6.5? And he said no. And so I saw it, and I was like, I'll just go enjoy the parade. I should have taken it.
Look what you did to me. We're at hard. Look what you did to me.
I know.
Turn a game on. The first thing I think about is the over.
You're all grows up.
My goodness.
Babies all grows up.